I almost fucking clicked in. Oh my god.
Don't hit end, you did.
Where's the? Can't see shit.
Boring, sober monkey.
Come on, Roy. Matt, she broke out the flint just for you, buddy. She got the old flint rock out. Let's see, how do you? Is the camera on? Okay, hold on.
Make sure you flip the camera.
No, it's pointed forward. We should have done this during the daylight.
Okay, there it goes. You ready?
Yeah, there's your flint, Matt. Batt's cheating.
That ain't waiting.
Is it lighting? Let me get my glasses on here. Hello, everybody. Matt, Juan, Miss Brandy. I know Beej is here. Beej.
Jim.
And Jim. But now that was a long time ago, too. Griff. Thanks for coming out tonight, everybody. We're just hanging out. Happy 4th of July. Happy birthday, America.
That's fire. Being a pyro again.
And we got little Mrs. Pyromaniac Batt Corbin. on the fireside. I think you're good, Batt.
I am.
I'm gonna go turn the water hose on.
Yeah, because that's going to catch pretty quick. Happy 4th, Matt. I cheat. Flint's too slow, and so is a lighter. So is matches. I prefer the fire to hurry up.
Yeah, it's nice and wet. How is everybody tonight? Oh, my glasses. Yeah, so I can read. BJ, Matt. Every time we fire up a fire, I think about you, Matt. What's that? She got the motherfucker kicked up her, don't she? That's probably all kindling of the burn down. What? What are you doing with it, Ray? I don't know where it's at. I haven't seen it since last year. Oh, okay. Then it's got to be over the tree. I don't know. We're going to poke it and make it. Yeah, you got it jacked up or it's higher than hell. I can feel the heat all the way over here on my $1,200 phone. There we go. Danny, thanks for coming. BJ, thanks for coming. Juan, thanks for coming. Hello, Miss Crystal, thanks for coming. Good to see everybody on this beautiful 4th of July night. They've been shooting fireworks off since the 3rd here. They start.
Fireworks since last week.
No, they didn't
Yes.
start shooting them back to back till yesterday. It started yesterday and didn't turn off. But a lot of people got a lot of fireworks this year. Everybody coming out from the Rona.
Ooh, you can still feel that heat over here.
Yeah, bet it's not wintertime. That's why we moved all them lights back there. We moved all the lights. We had to move the lights
so
back 10 foot so it didn't melt the lights.
You didn't send me none of that sig, did you?
No, because you was over there. But did you finish the bow out or is anything left in the bow?
I don't know. Shake.
No, you cashed it out.
Start real quick. I'll let you know.
I ain't eating that, smoking that trash. You go ahead.
Know.
PJ's Misadventures. Yes, homeless guy was in need of shoes and said, "I'll give you mine," but we do this old school. If you have to trade me for something, he gave me his broken phone. Broken phone. I got a joke, and I am trying to remember, and I hope I don't frick it up. It's going to be good, but I'm not going to tell it yet. We're getting into the little look it ups here, the little fun facts of life. I'm going to start doing a few fun facts as I come on. And also, after my intro, I ain't got an intro yet. Got to figure out how to make one. I've been using Tim's from a long time ago, in which he said, "It's okay, YouTube. I can use that song, YouTube." I need to get busy and make me a real cool intro. But now I've done went off on a tangent and forgot what the fuck I was saying. Oh yeah, our Lego builds. We're gonna probably do them over time lapsed because yeah, because what was that one little castle piece you done the other night?
2.5 hours.
Yeah, and how many pieces was it?
I don't remember.
About 350.
Got that.
Yeah, about 350 took 2 hours. So we're going to start doing them on a time lapse and maybe premiere them back. Also, I'm going to start spotting people's channels out as we come on, like blah 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 is on Wednesday night. Don't forget, here's a thing, and then blah 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 channel, kind of like the little tuber chat thing, and just pushing it out there a little bit because I miss a lot. Okay, YouTube sucks when it comes to notifications.
Juan said you need a cool intro. He makes music. I'll do it for free. That way you avoid copyright issues.
Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. Right now, I got my glasses off and I can't see chat, but Batt's
I got my
reading
glasses
chat.
off too, and I'm barely seeing chat.
Yeah, Batt's reading chat here. But yeah, we're going to do our Lego builds. We're going to probably do like little premieres and going to just do fun facts. I've learned a lot of fun facts lately. And I'm going to do a little fun fact skit. My puppet is still, my puppet's going to be maybe till tax time. I won't be able to start doing my puppet act because I'm going to do a puppet on here. Little space kitty. Got to find a astronaut suit for a 14-inch doll, so I can put it on my 12-inch puppet, which neither one I've got yet. But I like the goofiness of the puppets and watching these people. I can almost imagine them doing the puppet. I've always wanted to do the puppets. Always wanted to do the puppets, but we just never had the damn money. And then I never knew what kind of puppet I wanted to get. Like you can get on Amazon and they got buy 5 for $50, blah blah blah. And then it looks like a couple of people has sewn theirs together and made their own puppet.
Juan said everyone seems to be dealing with copyright BS, man. Like, then they repeat the same shit others say about news and stuff they don't own. Tell me what you want and what style, and I got you.
Okay, yeah, give me time to think about it. Yeah. Because our studios are down right now. We are down. We are like minus.
We are literal mobile studio right now, aka cell phone.
Yeah. Plus we got one our front studio is completely tore down, all the way down. And then the number one studio is still up, but I don't like running the number one studio because it is a bedroom. And then we got another studio.
BJ, you ain't the only one that calls Walmart Wally's World, honey. That's everywhere.
Yeah. But now before, remember before,
Matt said if we want to be on his channel, just let him know.
okay, cool. But
Matt.
can y'all hear the fireworks in the background?
Oh, shit. I've never seen them, too. Oh, Jesus.
Only you could jump on the 4th of July when a firework went off. Jesus,
It was
Ray.
louder than the rest of them. It startled me. I wasn't expecting it to be that loud.
Oh, Matthew.
Juan says they call it Wally's World, too.
Yeah. And I say, whenever I was a kid, before Walmart even come
I'm
out,
in Washington.
before Walmart even come out, Mama would always say, well, there's Wally in his own little world. Wally's World. Wally's World.
Well, if you think about it, Walmart was Sam Walton.
Mm-hmm.
So Walt. Half the time, Walt is Wally. Oh, I missed it. Son of a biscuit. It was my favorite one. It was a crack.
Can you hear both? Can y'all hear both of us? Can y'all hear both of us okay? Yeah, our little fire has burnt down to nothing.
Griff said the music needs to be cowboy reggae in the style of Hank Williams Sr.
If I could sing, I would do my own intro.
I just sound like crap through a microphone.
I could get my soundboard or my fucking thingy thing in there, whatever that fucking thing is that we bought, and do the auto tune on it. And I can, well, you can do auto tune. Hell yeah! I just thought about that. Oh, yeah, we got a soundboard. It's got auto tune on it. You can sing into it. You're supposed to be able to play a guitar, and you can play a guitar through it, but you can't play a bass through it. So I got to get me an interface to play my bass through.
Jr.
I met Hank Jr. I met Hank.
Some fair, some state fair.
Yes. Because that's easy money. Yeah. He played the V.
I don't know how to say the word. It's like booyah love.
A friend of mine at the VFW club. He played the VFW club, which was like a country fair, but only it wasn't a country fair. It was like a.
Happy blew all the shit up today. Timo, I think is what it says. It says Happy blew all that shit up today.
But whatever. Getting back to the story, a friend of mine, his dad actually lived at the house, the big house at the VFW club, and we just so happened to be there because Hank Williams was there, staying in one of the rooms at the VFW house, and he sent us to Hardee's to get a hot ham and cheese. I was never so thrilled in all my life. We went to Hardee's. Our Hardee's, that's back when they started opening, 24 hours a day. Yeah, we went to Hardee's. I don't know what time it was, but yeah, his room was kind of like offset to my friend's room, their apartment. They had an apartment, a mini apartment in this big house. It was pretty cool. But yeah, he liked to drink. He did like to drink. Woo, he liked to drink. Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, look, a UFO. No, that's an airplane. Hey, have y'all been on Facebook and seen some of these new jets and the way that they can pivot their little S end and shoot off in another direction. Have y'all seen them videos yet? Them's pretty fucking cool. And then they will bring these jets into these carriers, and then right before it gets to the carrier, it will flash its little tail like it's coming in like a bird, getting ready to lunge on something, and then straighten up and get right on the. I thought that was cool. Go watch some of them shorts on YouTube. They're badass. The way these jets are now. So you want to have
Hardee's is Carl's Jr. there.
Yeah. They're out west. And,
I know. Yeah. He said he was in Washington State.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I remember now. My mind was trying to remember the story of a long time ago. I think I was probably about 18 years old. I was about 18
Juan,
years old.
Are you asking where Walt's from?
I'm in Kentucky. Me and Batt's in Kentucky. Lexington, Kentucky.
He said something about he liked the way we say guitar.
Guitar or guitar?
Either way. Pretty sure it's the guitar, though.
Guitar, yeah. We went to Ohio one time and these people said, "Oh, please talk to us. We love your accent."
I got that all the time when I was talking to people from North State. And half the time my accent doesn't even show.
It don't show to it don't show to us.
No, there's times it does not show, and then there's other times it's thicker than shit.
I was about ready to kill her. A few years ago, we lived up in the mountains, and they got a slang up there. Well, y'all come on over. Y'all get on over here and eat some of these grits and some of these beans. And I was ready to kill her. I said, I'm going to kill her if she don't change her voice back. And she worked at Walmart then.
I got stuck on it for like 3 hours. It would not stop.
She was talking like the hillbillies up in the hills.
Yeah. It was my Texan coming out in me. I lived in Texas for between 5 and 7. The main time you start talking more and more and you're getting everything through. I got stuck for 3 hours. I could not stop it. It took me going to bed and waking up the next morning for it to stop. I
was ready to kill her.
It gets so
I said,
bad.
Ray, that is not your voice.
And I can't help it.
Yeah, she worked at the Walmart. We lived way out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's like about an hour from here. And that's with good driving weather, not bad driving weather. Bad driving weather could be 2 hours. And what? Oh, I'm sick.
Thank you.
Okay. Shit, you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh my God, my brain. I can't find my book. I am looking for the book that I got all of my shit from all of my shows right down, all of my ideas for the shows. I'm looking for that book, and it's somewhere in the fucking house.
I've slept since then.
What?
I've smoked and slept since then. You expect me to remember where the fuck we put that?
No, it's laying around the house somewhere. God damn, I want you to do
one of the boxes in the living room, do you?
I don't know. It's supposed to be on the desk, but I moved it. I said, I'm going to move this so I don't lose it. And I moved it and lost it.
We'll check the boxes.
No, it's got to be, I don't know. It's going to be in the old studio. But we did get a nice cool.
Go get my glasses.
We did get a nice cool. As far as it's the #1 studio, the one with the bed in it. We got what is it? Them lights, them LED lights. We got a new bed for in there to hold that mattress up.
Juan says, aside from music, he paints military aircrafts.
Oh, cool. Can y'all hear me in bed okay?
Wait, there's fires in California again? Since when? Here's a sticker right now. Wait until I get stuck. in my texting, and you'll hear it. It's worse.
Now you better not, or I'll shoot you.
No, I'm not. I'm
That's what you're
trying
at.
not to. Because I get stuck and I can't change it back. It used to happen really bad when I was customer service person taking phone calls.
Yeah, and
And
everybody up in the mountains.
every time I got hit with someone Southern and I could hear theirs, the next call I would be stuck in the Southern accent.
Often when you worked at the call center.
Yeah. And then there was times I had a linguist say that he couldn't tell where I was from because he heard so many different accents in one. I'm like, well, I'm originally from Pennsylvania, then moved down to Texas, bounced between Texas and Nebraska between 5 and 7, moved back up to Pennsylvania until I was 14, and then moved down here to Kentucky, moved back up to Pennsylvania at 15, 16, moved back down here at 17, and I've been here since.
Shout out to everybody in chat. Post your state you live in, please.
You can start a fire with a vape pen?
Is that Matthew? Who is that?
Hang on, I can't see. No, that was Timo.
Timo.
I think that's how you say that. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong.
Well, it's been a good little night, a good little turnout so far. We hated to push the show out.
DJ says poor camera person. He's talking about you.
Oh, no, there's no light out here. There is the glowing lights in the backyard. The fire, Batt's fire is gone. You'd probably have to walk right up on it, but the fire kind of, and I felt the phone and I said, oh, fuck. We had to pay $300 down and then $25 a month for 3 years on this phone. Yay, motherfucker, yay.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that with me on. I tend to talk really fast and I don't mean to. It just happens.
It's cool because I don't think they can hear the fireworks in the background.
Can y'all hear the fireworks?
In the background. Because I think the noise cancellation is turned on.
Possible.
Yeah, I seen the little thing and it was lit up. It wasn't unlit. You know, where you could see through it?
Yeah.
It was where you could see it.
They said now you can. Some of them are louder than others. It could probably bust through that soundproofing. Let me go put some more wood on the fire. And put more on my stick.
Here's the light. Hold on. Hold on. There's a light here. Hold on.
I don't need the light.
I do.
You keep forgetting I'm not that blind.
And I think I can put it upside down. And now I'm stumbling all over the backyard. Make sure the garden hose is still working. Yep. Keep the grass nice and wet. There we go. Do I got I had my hands over the fucking camera. I am so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, she's the camera one. And in the house, we got the camera set up at angles everywhere. Now it's getting up there. Could jump in the swimming pool. Oh, you can't see it. She got her kicking back up her again. Yeah, here's our lights. Our lights in the backyard. And then they used to cut over, and we had to move them away from. We had to move them away from Batt's fires. Because we get these. We got a big monster tree up here. It's probably 100 foot tall, and limbs fall out of it, so we kept them burnt down. And a lot of people's got no burn right now. I heard another channel saying they can't use their fire pit. I think I don't know where Susie lives. I think Arizona is where Susie B lives. But yeah, that was like all of our content, all of the shit that we was doing, all of the cool stuff that we was doing in the other shows. I kept getting copyright claims on. So I had to back up and think about it. God damn. And then I just noticed a lot of people was doing hangouts. So we try to put our little hangout in with other people's little hangouts to make more hangout people hangoutable. That's like we didn't even know you was live. You was live today, BG, and you done been on for 5 hours before we got there because YouTube didn't send no notification out. And most usually on my phone, it'll go bloop bloop. So every time, which is really cool. As far as my phone and my YouTube notifications come through my phone to tell me when somebody's live is cool. But YouTube don't send the damn notifications out. And I've tuned into 2 or 3 people. I get it says the notification to come through, and it'll say blah blah blah's live, and I'll get there and they'll be ending the freaking show. I said, "Oh my God, you're serious?" And it's been 2 hours. So YouTube really sucks at their notifications bad. But a lot of people say, subscribe or unsubscribe and resubscribe, and unsubscribe and resubscribe. That works sometimes. But I think as far as it's all the free shit that you get, I think they only probably send out 25 notifications for small channels. Maybe the big channels might get 100 notifications sent out for their channel. I think there's some kind of little thingy thing in there. I'm not really for sure. And the Batt is back. The Batt can see in the dark because I sure as a fuck can't see. I hear her. And also, Batt starts her new job Saturday during the day. She runs the front end of Burger King. When you walk in the front door at Burger King, she will be the one to greet you and blah 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 and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Now there's only 4 people there. There is 1 person on the drive-through, 2 people in the kitchen, and 1 person on the front. That's all Burger King has got now is 4 people running that restaurant. And if you're lucky, there might be a 5th person in it being the manager or the assistant manager. Oh. And ours, we got a road. We got like there's probably 6 major highways around where we live. And then all these major highways has got an intersection to where all of them come together as one, which is here it's called Man of War. And boy, let me tell you, we see traffic, we see people. We're in like a 45 zone, but we'll see people come off the interstate. They'll be running 70 before they figure out what the fuck's going on. Why is everybody going so slow? Because the road is so good looking. It looks just like the highway they come off from.
Matt said he needs to take us cryptid hunting earlier.
Oh man. Yes, I would love to go cryptid hunting with you on the phone.
Where did it go? I just seen it. Where the fuck did it just
Can y'all hear us okay? Are we cutting out? Are we making any bad sounds? Are we doing robots? Can everybody hear clearly? Because it's supposed to be one of the badassest, acidest phones that you can get for streaming.
Here it is. It says, one day I'm going to come see Wally and Batt and take them cryptid hunting.
Oh, that is so cool.
I don't know where that came from, but that does sound friggin' awesome.
Here, if we wanted to, let's see. Oh, we could go to the cemetery at night. And me and Batt, you wait till you hang out with Batt in the cemetery at night. Now, I can go in the cemetery, nothing. Fucking nothing. Nothing. Take Batt in that same cemetery. And as we was walking away, we was taking pictures in front of us. Then we would take pictures behind us. Then we would take pictures in front of us. Then we'd take pictures behind us.
About the kid grabbing
because people would say, "Oh, it's just rain. It's just moisture in the air." So we proved that
up, sideways, diagonal, turning.
When you snap pictures, ghosts will not appear in front of you. That's only if they want to be seen. But to trick a ghost, to trick the ghost, you snap the camera as you're walking away, like you're just walking away. Take the camera, turn it around backwards, snap a picture, change the shutter speed, keep walking. Snap the pit, turn it behind you as you're turning it in opposite direction. Snap a picture. Change your shutter speed. Snap a picture behind you. Change the shutter speed. Snap a picture behind you. You're going to catch something. You're going to catch it. Just try that. That's how me and Batt does it, ain't it, Batt? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got some pictures in the house.
Or I just point and say, "Take a picture." Going with someone like me who can.
I think I got. I will have to do it different because we had it on the other StreamYard, the page StreamYard. Mm-hmm. So I have to go back in
and add them again.
And add them.
There's one picture that I had him take. We were in the children's section, and one of the kids grabbed my foot, and you can see it sitting there just passing my ankle. I felt it. I told him to take the picture, and you can see it right there by my ankle.
Bad. Not everybody has their own bad.
Not everybody has their own personal sensor. Huh, Pap?
Yeah. I need to. I can't wear my glasses too long because I'll get vertigo, but I can wear them long enough to read chat. It's good to see everybody tonight. It really is. I was sitting there thinking.
One said his grandfather was caught outside his house on the Google cameras.
Yeah.
When the Google car went by, he says he looked like El Capo. Yeah, I've always had issues around cemeteries. I always get nauseous, and I can sense when there are spirits around me very easily. And they definitely seem to somehow get a little stronger, too.
Yeah. And one night we had one follower's home,
Yeah, follow us home.
It was
Then
pretty
followed us
pissed.
to the next house.
It blew the light out in the hallway, and I felt the whoosh behind me. So evidently it was pissed because we was in the graveyard at night, and it followed us home.
Then we told it to go away, and it actually listened. Or it followed us back the next night. I don't remember.
We lived where we lived. All you have to do is go over one street, and it wasn't really one street. It was like one house width, but it was one street. And then you cross the train tracks, and you're in the graveyard.
After you jump the little short cement.
At night, it was so fucking
And
cold.
for some ungodly reason, we always went between 12 and 1 a.m. every time.
But I'm not lucky enough to make it to a grave. I'm getting cremated. That sucks. Define
Got a
irony.
picture of his mom and dad's grave where you can actually see orbs coming straight out of the graves.
And I would want to think that my mom and dad is in heaven. Do we hang around our dead bodies until Judgment Day? I mean, think about it, guys. All these orbs and the graveyards, and all these orbs and these ghosts, and really, does our spirit just hang there during death? It scares the fuck out of me to think about it. And I mean, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? I mean, really? I mean, damn, that it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up. Like, because my mom and dad was the greatest mom and dad in the world. I could have not asked for no better of a mom and dad. They were perfect. And they were never bad. They were good people, So I just couldn't see them not going to heaven. And then when I took their pictures of their headstones at night, there was 2 orbs above my mom and dad's grave.
You can actually see them coming out.
Does that mean that we don't go nowhere? That we're just fucking stuck here?
Well,
this one was fuck. I mean, really, but yeah, you got to think about it. Yeah.
We also have to think of the timing of when we went and got that picture. It was the night after he was buried.
No, it was like a week.
No.
It
was that night. We had went that night.
Mama done been dead for a year and a half.
Doesn't mean she wouldn't have waited on Pap. It was a week, but still.
Yeah.
It's like they waited for us to visit them at night, and then
because I passed out after Dad was gone, and I knew he wasn't in pain no more. I slept like a baby, knowing that he wasn't in pain no more. I hadn't slept. I don't know.
What?
Okay, Mama done her best to keep Dad alive. Took him to all of his doctor's appointments. Done this for Dad. Done that for Dad. And then in return, she neglected her health. And then she had a heart attack coming back from the grocery store. Driving down the road, that really sucks. That really fucking sucks, y'all.
Timo,
my mom driving down the road and just dies.
Really doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Do what?
Timo said to use a mirror and look behind you, but unfortunately that won't do anything because half the time they're not on our visual spectrum. That's why taking photos and videos.
Yeah.
You can't see them with your eyes. You can only see them through camera.
And then it has to be a shutter speed. That shutter speed can change the refraction of the light spectrum of the dimensions from their dimension to our dimension. But yes, I hate to be morbid as hell, but I'm getting up in years, and there's not a morning when I wake up I don't thank God. Well, I thank you, Lord, for letting me wake up another day. Thank you, Lord, because I still have I still got sight in one eye. Thank you, Lord, because my lungs don't hurt. Thank you, Lord, because my butt don't hurt. Yeah, it's just bad. So that's what you think about. And then dying. I mean, I'm hoping, yeah, we're going to heaven.
Well,
But supposedly the brain lives for another 8 minutes after the body dies. So that brain is probably going to be in euphoria after the heart, when the body dies. The brain will keep going. And then does it think, well, if I was a bad person, you get zipped off to hell. If you was a good person, you get zipped off to heaven, and your brain gets to get there like in 8 minutes.
yeah, and that something similar happened to my aunt and uncle. My aunt had passed away. My uncle had a stroke, was in the hospital for about a month. And after he realized that my aunt had passed away, he had another stroke and he went right with her.
Well, what about Carrie Fisher and her mom? Her mom, literally, that was okay. Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia from Star Wars, if you don't know, passed away. Her mom passed away the next day. They said that woman was devastated when Carrie passed away. She was devastated. She died the day after Carrie
Basically
Fisher.
died of a broken heart.
That's what we think. Yeah, died of a broken heart. But why couldn't soulmates, like people, like after their soulmate, like your wife dies or your husband dies, and you're all alone and you're sitting there thinking, God, why don't you take me? I have nothing, you know.
Because usually there's something they're still needed here for.
I slept over 2 days. I don't need a camera to see what's behind. Timo! Timo, you.
Well, if there's ghosts behind you, you really can't see it. So, yeah, we got 6 minutes until midnight. Fire's burning down, actually.
Yeah. It wasn't as good as the other fire that we had, the last fire that we had. We had more beefy logs in it.
We haven't cut the branch that fell on the car yet.
Yeah. Our next one will have it beefed up with good green wood in it.
Well, I got some other medium-sized sticks I can throw in.
But right now we're on that fucking free StreamYard. Maybe by tax time we'll be out of debt again. In Tibet, the monks believe that the souls can connect together
like a baby to an umbilical cord, and once it's broken, both sides die.
I could see my dad after my mom died. My dad was dead. He was like a walking corpse. It was the saddest fucking thing I've seen in my life.
I think the only time I seen him smile
Was that time at his last Christmas when we was down at Bev and Jimmy's. That was the last time that he smiled before he died.
No, when we brought the baby to the hospital to see him. After that Thanksgiving we had with him, after Punky was born. Because Punky was 2.
My dad would go to
She was turning.
Captain D's seafood restaurant once a week and go to him and Mama's booth and eat Captain D's. And then he would always take and stop by our house and see if we wanted Mama's food that didn't get eaten. Y'all want your mom's food? Sure, we'll take it. Good midnight snack. He'd buy her a fish dinner. He would buy her a fish dinner.
Luckily enough, we have a fire smell to block out the gunpowder smell.
But yeah, it's going to rain, and the rain is going to smell like gunpowder. Yes. Tell me we ain't fucking up and destroying the atmosphere, y'all. All these fireworks. Now all that black dirt, all that black powder is in our nice, cushy, pretty, little, infected all to hell clouds.
Infected on hell.
Yeah. Ah. But yeah, we are lucky because seriously, our clouds are not dingy or dirty.
No, they're usually really pretty.
Yes, we have pretty clouds on Earth. So I mean our atmosphere ain't fucked up yet. But what tickles the shit out of me is all of these scientists get together.
Ooh, Seattle's
They figure
fireworks should
up,
be starting soon.
yeah, okay, then they figure out all this shit. Well, okay, number one, the Earth's core stops spinning. Uh, the magnetic poles are going to change. Antarctica will be tropical again. The North Pole will be on the fucking equator. You know,
Like everything's supposed to fucking turn.
yeah, Atlantis was more than likely Atlantis was Antarctica. That is the most logical. That has to be the most logical. Yeah, when you look when you actually study Antarctica and Atlantis, that would have to be it. I think, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that's the only fucking landmass that there is that moved. Okay, was before. Okay, well, I guess we would have to see the maps. No, I guess we would have to see the maps. There's a couple of maps that shows Atlantis. It shows a continent in between North America and South America and Africa. And would that map even be correct? What does our timer say, Lorraine?
52-3.
Okay.
Hang on, I just lost.
Okay, guys,
I just lost where I'm at.
yeah, we are.
BJ says, "Do your job."
We are rolling up on 1 hour here. We've only got 20 hours a month. Do y'all want to stay for a little bit longer? I mean, would y'all like to? Is everything going okay? And we just hang out for a little bit longer, another hour, or should we end it? Because I'm trying to keep my. Are you talking about the first Greek shipping? Yes, yes, I am talking about that one. I am down for another hour. You go, one. You rock, motherfucker. Yeah, we're going to have, after I get my one studio set up to where I can somewhat show my ugly ass on camera. I'm going to do panels one night. Is there any cigarettes in that box? Yeah.
I was like, "Oh no, I can't see. You didn't show me far enough." I think that's the last one, though.
No, there's one more.
Oh, it's behind your vape.
Yeah, and then they come out with the vape. Oh, yeah, check this out. They come out with the vape. It's supposed to be to wean yourself off cigarettes. Well, then they're doing the vape things. So now the vape's supposed to be 10 times worse than the cigarettes ever thought about being. Jesus. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But I cannot get my tobacco taste. I cannot get the tobacco taste with a vape. It tastes like too minty, or it tastes too much like chemicals or something. It don't taste like tobacco.
I go for the fruit.
Yeah, she's a little fruity. Yep, her vapes are fruity. The wife, she gets the closest thing to tobacco. And then my vape is like tobacco closer, but it still tastes like it's got fucking some kind of fucking vanilla extract or some shit in it. Do something sweet.
Something that lessens the harshness.
Yeah. But yeah, vaping's supposed to be worse than the damn cigarette. So I'm halfway tempted to jump in that fucking pool.
I don't need to stare in still water to see shadow movements. I just gotta stare off into space.
Yeah, Ray Ray's all next dimensional. Ray Ray can just project that shit.
My job before the one that I'm starting Saturday, they literally will put me on the schedule for 4 days, call me off all but one, and then have me off the schedule for 2 weeks in a row.
And it cost him $15 with gas to make her for her to make $40. Oh my god, it wasn't worth it.
What kind of experiment, Matt?
Oh, Matthew. Oh, Matthew. I was thinking about doing some parodies, like a Bigfoot parody. And I was going to try to make it something look like Bigfoot. And then I was going to act like I was, out in my backyard. I can be out in my backyard in fall, and it sounds like I walk forever, and I can walk back and forth on my backyard. And I was going to pop around the tree and stick the camera up in the Bigfoot face real quick and scream. Ah, it was just one of the little parody ideals that crossed my mind. Parody. How do you say that? Parody. How do you say that? Ray.
Parody?
Parody. Is that it? Where you make fun of something?
Yeah.
Like the Blair Witch. Oh shit. Oh, I thought of it for a second, and then it went through my brain too quick. Oh.
Oh. I don't know if I control the darkness or I just see ghosts when I stare off into space. I don't know what it is, but it's weird.
Yeah. Did you see what Matt said?
Yeah, that's what I was responding to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's just these weird things that I've been able to do.
Yeah. That's weird. Oh, Bat. It's hot as fuck here. It's got to be fucking terrible down there where Matt's at right now. God damn. Matt, what temperature is it there? It's like 100 here.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Matt's 106 degrees.
We were living in one place, and we had bought it from this woman's family. The lady had passed away in the place, and I was in a room with my nephew, my daughter, and me. And I had my alarm set to wake my nephew up for school. Literally 10 minutes before my alarm was to go off, the lights flipped on. I checked, Mom and Pap were both asleep. Both the kids were asleep. Nobody was awake, but the lights flipped on and woke me up. Ooh, Matt said that the test was done on the Irish princess Priscilla to see how she could stomach the Loch Ness. Well, I am mostly Irish, so it makes sense.
Or LED lights we ain't got put up around the backyard yet. And you can make them look like Christmas lights too. I like the LED lights. They do fucking everything. Like in the pins.
Love you, Pansy.
Hi, pins. Oh, pins. Oh, pins. Pins has been
Matt
busy.
said he'll be right back.
Okay. We're just sitting here jamming, hanging out for another hour.
Matt's wanting to use me as a guinea pig for some tests to see what's going on with my brain.
I don't know how to post. How would I fucking do that? What button would I push for them to come on StreamYard? More. Layout, private chat, stream info, settings, cancel.
Stream info.
No, that's not it.
No. We were still in there.
Can't guess. Let's see what guest is. Nope, that's not it.
No, yes, invite.
Copy.
Close. Then
We need comments.
more.
We need your viewer.
Post a comment.
Yep.
Post a comment. There.
Oh, Batt, you're magic. Whoa, Batt's magic. You know. Somebody can come up for a few minutes and say hi. Anybody want to come up? Just give me and Batt a minute to figure out how to operate this apparatus.
AKA give Batt the time to operate the apparatus.
This phone's supposed to do everything, and it better fucking do everything for what we paid for it. That was cool. My other phone wouldn't do that. My other phone would hang up, and it would even kick me out of my own fucking chat. Put me in, coach. Okay. Okay.
So, Juan, just click the link. It'll let you in.
Okay. Would it be under guest to see?
Yeah, it would be under guest once
It
he
loads.
hits the link and gets in. Yep. Now click him. Add to stage.
Do I close? See. I don't hear. Oh, there we go. Okay, now
There.
I can close it.
I can
Now you
hear
can
you.
close that.
Okay, awesome. How are you guys doing?
Well, what's going on, man?
Sorry about that. We're trying to
You guys
figure
are
out
so
this phone.
fun. You guys are so fun.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
We
I've
try to
seen
be
you
a little bit, yeah.
And I go, where do I know Wally from?
Andy!
Gambino.
I see he says hi to you, but didn't say hi to me. I feel in love now.
Oh, Andy. That's here
Andy.
too.
That's how I know you guys. I know you guys from JoJo, I think. And Gigi's.
Yeah, Gigi. Yeah.
Yeah, Gigi's.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Great
go
people.
bug Will all the time.
Andy cracked me up. I think it's Andy the one that was a police officer in
Anthony was the police officer, right?
Oh, okay, Anthony.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He cracked me up.
Yeah, he even done a little short tonight. Anthony did S4 of fireworks.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Nice.
hang on, I know the name, but I can't put the.
I think Pinzer posted it in our Facebook Cool Kids chat. And if anybody has got Facebook Messenger, and wants to join our Facebook Wally's World group, after we go back in the house, we'll figure out how to do it from the other computer, and we'll try to figure out how to drop the link for the Wally's World
I've
Facebook
also
thing.
seen you on. I've seen you in. What else have I seen there?
But now I've been at UFO Man for like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah, on UFO Man.
Yeah.
He's got a painting coming his way whenever we get the chance.
And I've been hanging out over at Miss Susie's for the last 3 or 4 months.
Ooh.
John P. got me in.
There you go. That's how I
I'm
know you're
surprised
right.
he's not here, to be honest.
Yeah, he's probably asleep.
Yeah, true.
Who, John P?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he wasn't feeling well the other weekend.
Oh,
Oh, John.
He got sick. He said that he took his kids to like a party or something, and like he just ended up getting sick. And I'm like, kids would do that to you.
oh, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
You end up at some kid's party taking your kids who's invited, and then you end up the only one that gets sick and go, ah.
Do you know where the lighter is?
No, but I got mine in my pocket.
No, here it is.
I'm about to go throw some more logs on.
The first fire you guys did was impressive.
Do what now?
The first fire you guys did was impressive.
That's always the first burn.
Yeah.
I go, I can barely do that. I try to start a fire and go, it never gets that high.
Well, we got a fire pit, and it's really cool. It jacks everything up off the ground, and it lets air get into it, and it's got little air vents where they're supposed to be, and then a solid metal bottom where it's supposed to be, where the ashes don't come out.
Right. I can see the chat. Timo says 14% humidity. He says the crickets can start a fire here. It's that dry over there, huh?
Yeah, I know. I've been thinking about sliding over here and sliding into the pool. Last year we had an overhead light that popped on every time somebody was in the pool. It was pretty fucking cool. And I haven't set it back up yet. I gotta dig another hole for it. I had a hoe last year. It was perfect. It didn't wobble or nothing. And now I can't find the hole it went in. I've been down on my hands and knees, sticking my fingers down in the ground trying to find a hole. What? Yeah, but there was another one close to that one, Ray. That was the one I'm looking for. It has to be. It had to have melted and filled in over the winter. We got a pretty cool little pool. And amazing how a fucking pool during Corona was. This pool is $600 now. During Corona, it was like 600, and then the pump was 350. Now you can go to Walmart and get the pool for $400, $350, $400, and you pump for $150. Bastards, rip-off. Bastards, rip-off.
Yeah. Those are the pools that you can put outside, right?
Yes, we got a lovely pool. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I remember those. I lived right outside of Fresno, in a very agricultural land. Like, I think the person that was nearest to us was just the neighbors, which was 3 houses, and then there was just farm everywhere. And then there was the closest store was 15 miles away from us. That's how isolated we were out there. And you either work tomato farm, you work the grapes or the cotton there.
Yeah, that's where we used to live. There was a Walmart. There was a call center. There was an army base on the backside of the call center because it was all federally owned. There was a dairy, and just a few businesses here and there, but there was nothing. There was nothing till you drive down the interstate and get to the next town. It's like one of them little towns, like when you're driving down the interstate and you stop there to get something to eat at Wendy's, and you say, look how little this town is. Yeah.
Right.
Was there any more big businesses in Winchester? L8.
L8 was the biggest one. We
soft
also
drink company.
We also had Lowe's, plenty of Dairy Queens, one McDonald's, Taco Bell.
You had to hustle
Did
to
we
get
have
a job
Burger
there.
King?
You had to hustle.
Did we have a Burger King?
Yes, we had a Burger King. Oh my God, Ray. We had a Burger King. We ate there for 5 fucking years. Yes, we had a Burger King. It was beside Speedway, Subway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the fuck was it? I know it was there.
Oh. And this is like one of them towns where one business would be in a building, and then a couple of years later, there's another business in that building.
Mat up here? Hell yes, we want a wild mat.
Okay, hold on. You're going to have to do it when it comes in. Okay.
We gotta wait for it.
Does he?
Yes, I would love to have a wild mat up here. That'd be fucking awesome.
See if he can. Can you scroll back and get the site?
We got the link up there. I can.
I don't know how you would post it to the pin in the top. There he is.
It's a wild mat.
What's up, fam?
You got it.
I'm waiting for the fire to kick back up. Probably need to throw some more paper in it.
How y'all doing?
Just hanging out on the 4th of July. Don't got to work tomorrow. Poor little wifey, she has to work tomorrow. Bless her heart, she's in bed, and we're out here enjoying the fucking 4th of July.
I understand.
Batt starts her new job Saturday.
Wait, congratulations, Batt.
Yeah, she runs the front of Burger King.
Not
When you walk in, that's Batt. Batt will take care of you.
Who else is that? Someone else in the chat?
Yeah. Oh, and
what's
Chad.
up, Juan? It's Second Star Survival.
Oh, Matthew.
Oh, man.
You take the phone, Ray. Okay.
Yeah, everybody calls me Matt. Juan. Don't worry about it.
On the chat, what is your handle name?
Second Star Survival.
Oh, Second Star Survival. Okay. Just making sure. Hey, good to meet you.
Good to meet you, brother.
Did you have to work tonight, Matt?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm already here at work.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Cut that fire. He just got right in the way of the fire. My pretty fire.
Everybody.
My pretty fire.
Hey, you guys have lights around?
Yeah, they actually go from the back porch around the pool into our little tent room here.
No, we ain't hooked them up over there yet.
They're not on the other side yet. We're still working on it, but they're also going to go back around the other side of the pool and connect back to the porch.
Oh, yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah, last year, whenever we had our lives and we set the camera up, there's one place that we set it up to where the backyard looks really good.
Mm.
And you can change the lights, but it hurts my head for them to move.
It's like you're adjusting to the different infrareds and color tones. Nice.
You're pretty fire.
Great chat. You guys bring the heat.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by tonight, everybody.
I don't normally, I get asked sometimes to go on people's chats and but I sometimes I'll go on John P's, I'll go on Susie's because I've known them for a while.
Yeah.
But then you get other people that know them that go, oh, you need to come and tell that story, and I hesitate because I go, no, I don't want people to. Yeah, I'm a very shy person, but you guys seem great.
Yeah, I know.
Well, we're basic humans, just like you know.
Yeah, 100%.
I'll put it this way: ain't nobody sane.
No,
Yeah.
because weird shit happens to a lot of people, and
A
we
lot.
are the weird group that has clustered together.
Ain't nobody sane in this world. Ain't no such thing as sanity.
No,
Like, check this. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've told y'all. My uncle seen Bigfoot.
I've seen the big.
Then my uncle took and he lost his wife, he lost his kids,
Oof,
and
no.
it was like, he devoted every minute to get back to that spot just to see Bigfoot again.
Really?
Yes, he
That
was
is insane.
infatuated by it.
I mean, not insane in a derogatory way. Just insane as to the dedication. You know?
Yeah, and the effect it put upon him. I mean, he had a wife and 2 kids. And it was like alcohol. It didn't matter. Nothing mattered but going camping.
There's
someone that I know that I haven't told anyone about this, but there was a documentary that was done here in Washington. I'm not too far away from where it was filmed, and I met this guy before the documentary was filmed. It was filmed by a UW student from the University of Washington, and because I've had my Bigfoot experience, I wanted to talk to other people. And then I heard the story about this guy. And before I even say names, because everyone tries to sort him out and like try to reach out to him. But this UW student did a documentary on him, and he left his wife and his kids to live in the woods to try to find Bigfoot.
Yeah, it's like they're just obsessed. The obsession is greater than any drug could ever be. Right. Yeah.
So that reminds me of that.
But yeah, if you wanted to hang with my uncle, all you had to do was go camping, Bigfoot camping.
Mm-hmm.
He would just go and camp, and he would just wait for Bigfoot.
Mm.
And as a little kid, I would think he's crazy.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Being a little kid, just going camping. He said, "We're waiting for Bigfoot," and he'd sit around, drink a couple beers, and smoke some more cigarettes.
Most humans in their life, when they see a Bigfoot or they see any kind of cryptid, they go into what's called a reality hysteria, and it's kind of like doing your very first drug and trying to get that exact same high again. It's they want to have that exact same experience proven to them so that they can not claim insanity. So people do not claim that they are insane. Most humans either have one or 2 versions of hysteria. One is the addiction hysteria. They will throw everything away to go back to it because it haunts their dreams, it haunts their everyday life. They can't even perform everyday skills because they are still trapped in that time.
Yeah.
Then there's the other one, the fear hysteria, where they will run away from the scene. They will try to close it off. They will try not to ever recall it ever again. And they will either find religion or they will find something to soothe them to get the experience out of their head. I've been cryptid hunting over 20 years now, ever since I was 16 years old. And I did the exact same thing when I had my first encounter with what's called the Neanderthal, the Type 2 Sasquatch. I don't know. I mean, I know Wally will. I don't know if you watched Masters of the Universe growing up, the old He-Man cartoon from the 80s and the early 90s.
Oh, I was working my ass off then.
Okay.
The 80s. Yeah, I had a car shop. I didn't watch much TV.
I was born in 1990, so that gives you a
Okay.
little bit.
Oh, I'm 2 years younger than you.
Just to make sure that people understand.
You're as old as my brother.
The Sasquatch that I saw was kind of like, he looked exactly like the Beast Man from that cartoon show. Like, he was humanoid. He had a hairy chest, but it wasn't completely hairy. He had humanized skin, a humanized face, his teeth. Because every summer I'd go down to McDonald, Georgia, and help my grandfather and grandmother on their 300 acres with their cattle and everything. They had a dairy farm, and we had one heifer that just got pregnant. So she was pregnant and about to drop, and she had her own small little herd of another 5. Oh, well, they were 6 in total, but the other 5 always walked around with her, and they made sure that she was safe because the other ones had babies. She didn't. This was the first time dropping. And around 6 o'clock, we called all the cows in and everything to feed them hay and everything. And sorry, somebody's going to try to come up here. But we called all the other cows in and everything. It was just those 6 that were missing. So my grandfather told me to get on the 4-wheeler with a double-barrel shotgun, go out because she may have dropped. And right at the edge of our field and everything, the grazing field is right there at the.
Trying to keep it pointed at the fire.
Right there was at the edge of the forest and everything that was wrapped around, the grazing field and everything. And I come up over a hill and everything, and looking down, and I see 5 cows around, circled around with their heads inside instead of outside. And when I started hollering at them and whistling for them to come to me, they wouldn't move. They were still staying inside in the circle. And when I finally got their attention and everything, they started spreading out because they knew I was there. And when they started spreading out, I saw this huge. It looked like a brown bear sitting over the female, and I was like, okay, this must be either a brown bear or a young black bear, and I started driving up closer and everything, and I probably got maybe about 150 yards from it, and I only had a double barrel shotgun, but as soon as I went up, I honked the little beep horn that's on it, and it finally looked up and looked at me, and it was this humanoid, hairy. And I grew up around, McDonald, Georgia, where they had tales of feral wild men, mountain men, and stuff like that would come out of the woods and take you if you were a child. But I thought it was one of them. So I started yelling at him, hey, get the fuck off of that cow. That ain't your cow. And it looked at me, and it growled. It growled as loud as a bear did, and it had sharp teeth, like how a 3-year-old would draw sharp teeth on a monster, like the triangles and everything.
Shark teeth.
Yeah, and as soon as it did that, it let out this kind of guttish growl and bit into the side of the neck of the cow and ripped out a chunk of it and just started chewing it and swallowed it. And I just sat there in shock. I couldn't, like, I was 16 years old and my hand was right on the double barrel shotgun. I'm used to shooting coyotes, wolves, you know, mountain lions, stuff like that with no problem. But this is completely different. And I was like, I'm not even at the range to be able to shoot that thing. My hand just froze there and I was just watching it. And all it did after I did nothing, it picked up about almost, I think it was about 750 pounds, how much she weighed. Picked it up with two arms, put it on his shoulder, and walked away in like probably about 5 or 6 gigantic steps, like it was hopping and back into the woods and disappeared.
Yeah, like he would grab a frozen turkey and football it back to the cookout. You know,
he just threw it over his shoulder like it was nothing.
That's a good analogy.
And when
I can
he
imagine
stood
that.
up, when he
like
stood
I said,
up,
a pot control over my shoulder.
But you're not to interrupt you really quick, but you know how they say that Bigfoot just throw these huge tree logs at people that don't seem humanly possible, and you see this happen to just that happen, you go, okay, well that makes sense if you're familiar with all that. So keep going.
And you know, he turned his head around. Like most Sasquatches cannot turn their head because of the muscles in their neck. But this one could turn his head to the side and look over his shoulder at me while he was taking these steps into the wilderness. And
he had your ass pegged out, didn't he?
Yeah, like I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I didn't know what it was or anything, because at that time, you know, I was a Christian. I believed in demons and stuff like that. Never heard of, you know, Sasquatch or whatever. We've heard of the boogeyman and, you know, the feral wilderness men, but nothing like this. And I went back, and my grandfather and grandmother are both full-blooded Cherokee, and I brought the other cows and everything back to my grandfather, and I said, Grandpa, we need to talk, you know, what I saw. And I described everything to him, and he looked at me and he said, all right, son, we got to talk. Those are the hairy men.
That gave me chills. Chills right there. That gave me chills because I have also approached my grandpa in the same way. So, sorry, I have to say that, but go ahead.
You're good.
They're called the what?
They're called the hairy men. You know, every Native American tribe has a different name for
the
Sasquatch.
same thing.
Yeah, for the exact same thing. It's just a different name in their language. Like Sasquatch. Sasquatch is a Mohican term for Bigfoot. Humans couldn't say Sasquatch. It's actually called Sasquatch. But white man could not say that, so they called it Sasquatch. You know, there's over 500 different types, but we classify them into 5 strains. We have the first one, which is Sasquatch, what we call the basic Sasquatch, which is, you know, what you see in the old Bigfoot film and stuff like that from the 1960s. Then you have the type 2, which is the Neanderthal ones, where they are half humanoid, half great ape. They look humanoid. They have kind of like the caveman look to them. Then there's the third one, which is the Genesqua, which the Genesqua is what southern Florida, the tribes in southern Florida all the way through Georgia into Tennessee would call them. And they were called the face eaters. what they would do, they literally, if you pissed them off or you were in their woods or whatever, they would pick you up and rip off your face with their mouth. Like they would clamp their mouth over your head and rip off your face.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then there is
everyone knows that they could be violent in nature, protective, or just humble.
Definitely territorial.
Yeah.
Yeah, territorial. Exactly. That's a perfect word.
They're wild animals. You know, it's just like saying, are you going to let somebody? You know, are you going to let? Let's say Juan, you're sitting in your living room right now, and some crackhead off the street comes busting into your door. Are you going to let that person come into your house uninvited, or anything?
I'm the first person that reacts.
Right, and that's the exact same thing with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
Time to grab my baseball bat.
Yeah. People say, oh yeah, they're aggressive, they're territorial stuff. Yes, they are, because that is their home, that is their territory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing as if you see a dog or whatever, or a wolf or whatever. It's going to attack you if you try to go to it.
Oh yeah, I've seen wolves.
Feral kittens.
Yeah,
I've seen wolves, man, and I mean, like 99% wolves, 1% dog. And I remember just having this weird notion come upon me, and feeling that energy, and I go, something's not right. And then I looked to my left, and then I saw these two huge dogs just staring at me, and I go, those aren't dogs.
Yep.
And the lady, because at the time I was working for Comcast, so I was installing cable and security cameras. And we were there to do the security cameras for her, and I go, those aren't dogs. And she goes, yeah, they brought them in cages. Those are wolves. And I go, they're huge, but the way they stare at you.
Yep.
That's your instincts telling you there's danger.
Yeah. And I go, I'm staring at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, there's at least 50 people a month in Alaska that gets dragged off into the middle of the wilderness by wolves, because they're out there hiking or having fun or whatever, and they look off to the left and they say, oh, that's a pretty little wolf there, it ain't gonna hurt me. Then it walks, and then they go walking off doing whatever.
You can never walk up to a feral animal without knowing.
That's like, so you were mentioning that you lived around the bears, the brown bears, and everything, right? And I go, has anyone ever seen The Grizzly Man with Timothy Treadwell?
Yeah.
The Werner Herzog film? And then you go, this guy really thought that he could talk to bears. When they're hungry, when they're hungry, they do not care.
Right.
They'll eat their own children, and they will eat you too. And what happened? He paid the cost, and so did his girlfriend, who was his fiance at the time, hours before he was supposed to be picked up.
Yeah, humans believe that they can tame nature.
No.
I mean, nature subsides, nature allows things to go on because they're getting something in return. Like your dog. Your dog comes to you and says, I'm hungry. You feed it, right? It will protect you. Yeah, it will protect you against somebody that they do not know, because food comes from you. Their next meal.
We got a guard cat.
Yeah, but also on the same hand is, if you die, say I died tomorrow, I've got 4 cats. Cats, as soon as they know you're dead, they wait 2 hours to see if you resurrect or come back, because they think you're asleep. If you don't wake up and you don't breathe, that's why they lay on your chest, is so they know that you're breathing. If you don't breathe within 2 hours, they will tear into your stomach and eat you and live in your rib cage, so they can still be by you, but they know that they're getting food from you still.
Why did I just like the image of Luke Skywalker cutting into that in The Empire Strikes just struck me.
Cutting
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
open to go inside it.
They will make you their new cat house. Like you will keep them warm, but your scent is still there, so they don't miss your scent. So
Until it doesn't become your scent anymore, because obviously,
Crush and Purr would be the first ones to eat me. Purr, because he literally, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, it's just like the son of Sam. Okay, the son of Sam. He was on a lot of drugs and everything, and he literally was ODing, and he was so high that he cut his face off from his. He cut his face off, right? And when the when the cops came and everything, he was literally skinned and just muscle and flesh, like answering the door. He fed his face and his meat. He was cutting his meat off to give to his Dobermans to eat, and they were eating it.
I would rather eat the Dobermans. Sorry. If it's
you're good.
If I'm fighting for survival, maybe not my German Shepherd, because I have Nova. And she's,
we got a small dog. He don't have enough meat on him.
And I go, I don't know if I could do it, but I said,
Hey,
I go,
Look at the first emperor of China.
The way that I say it, I go, it's like you don't put yourself in those situations, so that doesn't happen.
I mean, the first emperor of China had war dogs. They had Shar-Peis, right? Yeah. And their Shar-Peis were meant to attack and kill and give their lives for the army. And when they died, they ate them. Ooh. I mean, it's a harsh reality, but the thing is like in survival, food is food.
What was it? The Revolutionary War, didn't they have to eat their horses?
Yep. Yeah. They ate their horses to survive.
Mm-hmm. I was like, am I thinking the right one?
Yep.
Oh, I don't think I could eat my dog, though.
Yep. No, I don't think I could eat my dog.
Way.
You don't have enough meat on him.
But I think he brings up a good point, though. 100%. I think if I died first, they would eat me. And I feel like in some way, in a weird way, I go, well, they didn't kill me, technically. So if I'm already dead, nurture off of me and survive, But I would not kill my dog, I would let it die and then be like, okay, who's going to survive first? And most likely it's going to be.
But the thing is the humanity of it is, do you want that? Do you say you and your dog is starving, okay? Say you and your dog are both starving, right?
Yeah.
Your dog is suffering. Your dog is suffering more than a quick, because a dog knows when it's going to die. A dog knows when it can't keep going.
And there's that certain shift of attitude. Right.
There was that Japanese soldier that was still on one of the
really hard.
There was a Japanese soldier that was still on a island in Taiwan, and he lasted 30 years after World War II. After the rest of the soldiers in his platoon and everything passed away, he was the last one there with his dog, and 30 years still believing that he's fighting World War II. And he had to eat his service dog. He had to eat his best friends, everything. And they found him.
Survivor of the fittest, right at that point, like you got to stay alive. Yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, I just watched Shogun. Oh my goodness. Look, I watched Succession before that, and I go,
how did we get into this conversation again?
We were getting with the Bigfoot and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I go,
and it's escalated.
I saw Shogun, and I go, oh
We need
my
to get on
goodness,
this
how do people betray each other that way? But the survival of the fittest. You hear the story about the Australian team that the plane fell off, and they started eating each other because for survival. My mom knows one of them. My mom knows one of them.
Oh, one of the survivors.
That's
one of the
cool.
survivors, yeah.
Yeah.
And they just did the Owl of the Snow or something on Netflix, and I haven't watched the film because I've already seen the first one, and I go, that's just sad to me. I don't know if I could eat my friends.
There's reports even as far back as 30 years ago in the Andes Mountains, and people going there and getting lost from their Sherpa and stuff, and finding still fresh frozen bodies in the Andes Mountains.
Right, when they're climbing Mount Everest. They can't bring them down because it's too much to do when it comes to. They're too high up. They're frozen. They're not going to exert their energy or their oxygen. So
they can't take helicopters up there either because of the height.
Yeah, the height's too much to support because there's no air up there that the propellers can actually contain the helicopters up there. That's the reason why they start swindling left and right.
Yeah, there's abundance of.
So trying to.
Yeah, I mean, and then so you get that right.
Yeah, you can come up.
Then you got for me, one of the craziest stories is literally that survival story, right?
Yeah.
And then also the Everest ones that you just brought up.
Yep.
I mean, what a thing, right?
And
Joe Rogan has a friend. Joe Rogan has a friend who like went to South America to go search for like a dinosaur that they kept seeing there, right? And then
Boca.
Yeah, he went over there with some German guy, and he goes, "I'm about to kill this guy because he ate all my food, and I'm gonna eat him."
Yeah.
When he was asleep, his German friend who ate all the food and all the water, he was about to hit him with a rock and eat him.
Yep. You know the saying, when you're starving, you will eat anything. It's true.
Oof.
You will eat anything if you're starving.
I'm glad my body hasn't been tested to that.
Yeah,
and like I said, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. But so the original story for the whale, which is Moby Dick, for everyone. But I have one of the original books because I got it for Christmas for my girlfriend. I said I'm a literature guy, so I said, she's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" Like, if you can get me an original copy from Moby Dick, but it's not called Moby Dick, it's called The Whale. Yep. And I said, what's so important? The beginning of the story, because if you know the actual story that led to that book, you know that those sailors that were hunting this whale started eating each other when they were overseas, and they were trying to find this thing. But the biggest thing is the whole thing about like, well, what makes it so special? And I go, it's the opening line to that book. And she goes, why? He goes, probably the most famous line I said, "Call me Ishmael." Yep. Call me Ishmael. And you know why? And people were like, whoa, because it starts a conversation. It prepares you for someone to tell you a story. Like if we were all hanging out at a bar and we didn't know each other, how do we introduce ourselves? By our name. And that's what makes it so important. And this is why I think this today, right now, what we're doing right now is so important, because you can't rely on me to tell you the truth. I can only go by your narrative. It could be something that's made up, but a story is a story, and this is how we connect. So,
it's kind of like the difference between the Grimm Brothers books and the actual fairy tales, like the Disney princesses and shit. Like how much different they are from the original.
Oh,
Fairy tales were
like
to keep children at bay.
From the Brothers Grimm, like if you take all the Brothers Grimm, those were way darker stories than Disney tells them.
Oh yeah.
Well, we didn't have.
I read them.
Well, the reason why we had those childhood tales to tell our children and everything, like Jack and Jill. Okay, Jack and Jill went up a fell of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill
came tumbling after.
You know what that story was about, right? They were at an orphanage, and Jack and Jill was water. They were the ones that were supposed to go get water, drink, baking, all the stuff from the well. And if they bring enough water, they would get eat. So Jack broke his crown. It means he busted his head and fell into the well. People went after him, and they died to get away from the servitude of it. And at that time, children were used as livestock because humans could make enough child, but they could sell a child to an orphanage, to a farm, to whatever, and they could sell sex slaves if they want to for money. They could make another one. It was a thing saying that dude, and the wrong thing is to kill yourself. Because we didn't have laws, we didn't have what we have today back then. All these were for parents to instill fear into their children to live a good life, live a non-threatening existence. As long as they stay with what they were and stay to what they were told, they would not get in trouble. They would not have the ending as everybody else did. Like Jack and the Beanstalk. Jack and the Beanstalk was more violent than that. It's reality.
Hello, Whitey.
That's the reason why I bring up it's amazing to hear your story, right? Because I've heard countless stories. I've had my experience with Bigfoot, and one thing that I wanted to touch on, two things, was the fact that when you saw your encounter is similar to mine in the sense that you described what I saw too, and I've never really told anyone. I think I've told John P. And I think I've told like one other person, right? But everyone always wants to put me on to talk about it because it's a fascinating story.
If you have your story heard, bro.
And I go, the fact that you said it wasn't as hairy as people think it was, I was like, my hair stood up. And I go, okay. And then you started saying more things. And I go, okay, here we go. I'm paying attention.
I mean, we as a society, we as a human culture, constantly use children to do everything. Even into the late 1900s. I'm talking about as recent as the 1960s. We have still used children in physical life stuff. We use children in all North America, the factories, stuff like that, because children crawl or massive machines while still going and clean out or do maintenance on a machine, and they could come back out. Or if a machine crushed a child underneath, it was easy to get rid of the body because nobody cared about it. They use organs, they use all the way to the 1960s with the migration from South America, Mexico, stuff like that. How did you get kids across the border and everything? Parents would throw the children over the border and everything, and give them a card to go work. And they were put in fields. They were pickers. They were cotton pickers. They were watermelon pickers. They were everything. And I mean, even my wife's Hispanic. Her grandfather and grandmother, they got over here in America in 19. Her grandfather came over in 1923. Her grandmother came over in 1931, and that and they were going from small town to small town, making what money that they can to save up a house to do whatever. And
right. But the way that you explain it too. I mean, the first person that I think you went to talk to, I know you said it quite a while back, but you said you went to your grandpa. Yeah. I did too, man. I literally went to my grandpa first because my grandpa has claimed to seeing the devil, to seeing something that paranormal, and he's told me the story, and I always have to remind him. I was like, "Can you please tell me the story again?" You know, there's nothing scares me anymore, man. I've gone through possessions with me. I've gone through UFOs. I've gone through Bigfoot. I've gone through cryptids. I've gone through ghosts. I've gone through every single thing you could probably have. But the one thing that still scares me to this moment is alien abduction. I will punt an alien, an ET, out of this world because you are not going to come in when I'm sleeping and try to abduct me. No.
Right.
And to this day,
I understand what
to this day, I hold truth to that. I go, you are not abducting me. Yeah, you better be ready to. You better be ready to box. You better be ready to box. I'll kick you so hard. And those little skinny bodies, they look like soccer balls. So like, I know where to hit. So I'm the wrong person. You want to start circling around.
Are you doing all right, Suspicious? I'm just having to see what you said there.
But I went to my grandpa first because no one in my family believed me. And I go, okay, fine. But you know, I don't want to tell the Chewy story, which is my Bigfoot story. That's what I call it, the Chewy story. And it's not because Bigfoot might look like Chewbacca, from Star Wars. I call it the Chewy stories because
I think that's who they based Chewbacca off of, I swear.
Probably. But the reason why I call it the Chewy story is because our friend that was with us at that moment, his name was Jesus. And in Spanish, when you're given a name, there's also like a nickname tied to you. So if you're Jesus or Jesus, your name is Chewy. Yep. That's what they call you. That's your nickname. If you're Jose, like that's my first name, Jose. My middle name, no one calls me Jose, by the way. But my first name is Jose. So if you call me Jose, my nickname would be Chepe. Right. So the Chewy story comes because we called him Chewy. Because we knew his name was Jesus, but everyone called him Chewy because that was his nickname. And people get it mixed up sometimes. I gotta explain it sometimes. I'm like, no, you gotta understand whether you're, it's not because it looks like Chewbacca. So
yeah, that's just plumb awful. 30. Did y'all see what 30 said? He survived a car accident last week. Got hit by a Blazer going 80 miles an hour on 275 in Tampa. Damn, yo. We're getting ready to end here in a few minutes, guys. We're running up on the 2-hour mark.
Is he okay?
And we're going to try to come back Saturday.
Said he's 100% alive, so.
Yeah.
Oh, Suspicious Guys. You said 30, so I was like trying to look for someone named 30, and I go,
yeah, I know. I say Suspicious, and he says 30.
Hey, family, I gotta get off here. I got some
Hey,
gangbangers.
Okay.
Thank you for sharing that. We're gonna connect.
Always, brother.
And I will tell
Okay.
the Chewy story.
Hey,
I will tell the Chewy story.
if you want to tell your story and everything, my channel is a survival channel, cryptid, paranormal, all that stuff. If you want to come over to the survival, I'll have you on as a guest and everything. You know,
Okay.
let people know. It you know, this is the stuff. People don't get real stories from actual individuals. Get people that want to make a scene or whatever. They don't have basic down to earth people like us on their story.
Yeah, this is the reason why I like this setting, because I go, like I said, it's the opening to the whale, to Moby Dick. You know, call me Ishmael. You're setting up a setting at a bar, and you have good people who are willing to listen to the stories, and and then at the end of the day, he's not telling you should believe him. He's saying it is, you know, it's your story. Like, now that I've told you, you decide what to do with it. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you.
It's basically hey, listen, this is what happened to me. Let's talk about other fucking stories that basically match up, like, hey, this happened to me too, kind of situations.
Right.
That's why I said nobody on this earth is sane. There is no such thing as a sane person.
Right. You did say that earlier. Yeah. I remember.
Correct.
Everybody's crazy in their own little way.
Take care of each other. Y'all take care of yourself.
Nice meeting you. Thank you for
You too, Matt. You take care.
Love you, Batt. Love you, Wally. Love you, Juan. Y'all take care, brothers.
You have a good night.
Y'all love y'all.
Take care.
Yeah, Matt's going to be working when we're sleeping. That's what I'm getting ready to do in just a little bit.
I'm ready to crash.
Thank you guys for allowing me to be on.
Well,
Thank you for allowing me to be on.
Yeah, we're going to try to maybe do a show Saturday, and you're more than welcome to come on and talk some more. Hell yeah. And
whatever you guys want, I'll share.
Okay.
You're more than welcome to come talk. I mean, our ADHD kicks in every now and then. That's why we bounce from topic to topic, I swear. And then you go, wait, how in the world did we get on this topic?
Yeah, right. No, I completely understand. I know sometimes it goes to food, it goes to random funny stuff, and then it just bounces. Oh, yeah, it bounces, and that's good. That's how.
Well, I hope you get better soon, Suspicious.
Yes,
Suspicious says he's currently in a wheelchair, but by the grace of God, his job isn't finished here.
No, it's not.
Damn.
Yo,
okay, we got.
You are good, man. I mean, I've been there.
I'm going to play us out with this little 1 minute clip here, so we don't run over 2 hours.
No.
Thank you guys. By the way, for allowing us to come up.
Yeah. We'll hook back up this weekend.
No, you're good.
Look to you guys. Hey, happy 4th of July. Thank you so much.
You're good, Matt. It made it interesting.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
In Las Vegas this week, a policeman pulled someone over and his body cam caught this glowing thing, hit the earth. And then where it hit, they got a couple calls from people that said that they're looking at the crashed thing. This is weird. The guy was calling, he's like, hey, something just crashed in our yard. And they're like, okay, we actually got reports of something coming down from the sky or whatever. He's like, you're not going to believe me, but out with it. There's 2 beings standing they look weird. And she's like, can you describe them? And he's like, again, they look like they're 8 to 10 feet tall. Their eyes are
all over the body?
No, he said their eyes are really big. And then the police came and the police was like, I'm not calling you crazy, man, because I saw something crash.
Fall down.
He's like, honestly, just stay inside, and if you see it, you have my permission to do something.
Like shoot it?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
and then
you're scared right now. You can tell by body language.
But then when the cops came to the crash site, everything was gone.